Good evening and welcome back to the channel. So this video is primarily now to do with the potential itinerary I've got in mind for when I'm out in Croatia next week. Now, first of all, I plan to obviously leave the house at around 2 AM to go down to Birmingham Airport. So the obvious first thing I'll do to start the series is do a video prior to leaving, get the luggage out to the car, lock the house up, make sure all the lights are off, lock the house up, and obviously set off for the airport. But before that, obviously, I'm going to check Google Maps on my laptop and on here on my phone, maybe in the couple of hours prior to going, just to check that the A38 and M42 are fully open. Because if I leave the house without doing it, without checking, I could get halfway down the road in the middle of Marchington or somewhere else nearby and be like, oh dear, I forgot to check the roads to see whether they're going to be open or not. Because I could get all the way down there and find that I have to make a diversion because the road is shut or there's a lane closed or something else. So I'd rather be prepared. So I'll make sure that I check the maps on Google Maps on here on my phone, because I've got the app, and also on my computer, just to make sure that the roads are open. And then obviously if either of them aren't, I will just make the A38 my priority route, go straight down to Bassett's Pole, and then carry on down the A38 till I get to the A452, head for Spitfire Island, and then head for Chelmsley Wood, and obviously get on that B4438, which takes you straight to the airport. That's the route I'll take. It's slightly less mileage, but it will take a little bit longer, but that's okay. And obviously, as I said in the earlier video, I have booked fast track at the airport, so I've paid the £6, which is worth it really, because if there's queues, at least I can speak to somebody there, airport staff or Jet2, and just say, my flight is at this time, I've got fast track, am I able to get through, because this queue looks like it's going to go on forever, and it's not moving, and I don't want to miss my plane. But I'm pretty sure it'll be okay, but I've bought it for peace of mind, because it's always a good idea to do that, and especially so when it's school holidays or bank holiday, and you know the airport's going to be absolutely manic. So anyway, so I plan to leave the house about 2 o'clock, obviously head down to the airport, whichever way I go. I will check the maps, as I've said. So then once I get there, I'll do a video when I've arrived. I'll obviously head out of the car park, which is opposite the terminal. I will obviously do a couple of videos and photos outside. I will then go into the airport to obviously video the check-in area, including the sign that's got about the 100 mils on with regards to liquid, so that people know what to expect. I'll obviously check the departure board, see which desks it is, and I know it's straight as soon as you go in because it'll be there on the departures anyway. And then once I've got the bag gone, I can go through security, head down to the TUI section, which is where you have to go up in the lift like I did back in April, and obviously get in the express lane, and then just get through security, get into departures, go and have a brew and something to eat in Pret a Manger, get a bottle of water from Boots, and then obviously get ready to head to the gate, which will probably be gates 1 to 20, because I think it went from gate 13 this week, because I checked the flight radar website to see the route the plane took, and it went from that gate 13, 14. So that means it's going to be in gates 1 to 20. Guaranteed, like last time, but it was gate 1. But anyway, that's the section it will most likely go from. So then once I'm out in Croatia, I'll obviously video the takeoff, in-flight and landing, over the Alps, when I get my breakfast on board, around the plane, when we get into Dubrovnik. Once I get through the airport and onto the coach, I will obviously make sure I sit on the left-hand side, which is where I recommend everybody sits if they want views of the old town, if they've never been, as you come into Dubrovnik on the bus. And then obviously, once I get to the hotel, get checked in, get to the room, I'll probably end up seeing Vesna. So hi Vesna, if you're watching, you know, it'd be nice to see you again, and Kate as well, and Ivanka that works at the Commodore, and all the staff at the VIS. I'm looking forward to being out there on next week. So, you know, stay tuned for more videos. So obviously once I've got checked into the room, I will then go across the road and book my excursions with the chap that works in the shop across the road, and it's known as the Sombrero Travel. I'm going to put the link in the description for that website. It's Sombrero Travel, because they're the company I use to book the trips to Korčula, to Kotor and to Mostar, and they've also done trips to Mijet, and they do Elefiti Islands cruises, but the Karaka will always be the best as far as I'm concerned, because it's great service, great staff, and you're on a galleon. So if you watch films like The Goonies or Pirates of the Caribbean, you know exactly what type of ship I'm talking about if you watch those movies. So I'll obviously get those trips booked, and then obviously I'll go down into Dubrovnik, obviously get changed, then go down to Dubrovnik, have some lunch, get the bus ticket on the bus, and then go into the shop or ticket office, buy 6 tickets so that I've got them before I activate the pass. And then I've got a couple when the pass ends the following week, because I don't plan to start the pass till the Thursday. So the plan is really to do that, obviously, because I've got the trips on Wednesday to the Elefiti Islands and Sunset Cruise. Thursday I'm thinking of having the day off and just going into Dubrovnik. So in other words, not doing any excursions on the Thursday, apart from perhaps Lochram Island, maybe a sightseeing bus tour, maybe a boat trip round Lochram Island, the glass bottom boat or something like that, maybe going to the aquarium, and then obviously I'll activate the pass that day as well, have some lunch in Dubrovnik, maybe go and have some Bosnian food at the Taj Mahal. I'll just spend the day in Dubrovnik that day, and then obviously I want to do a trip on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, so that'll probably be Montenegro, Bosnia and Korčula, and then I'll have Monday to Friday the next week to just basically use the pass, go into all the museums, get the city walls, free entry, go up on the cable car, go to the museum up there. That's basically the plan. I don't plan to go down to South Tat this time on a boat. Melini I'm tempted to, but I'd rather just stay in Dubrovnik and just do videos around there, but we'll see what happens. But that's the plan. So Tuesday afternoon I'll probably do the city walls, that's the plan, definitely. Go up on the cable car in the evening to get the sunset, and then obviously head to the hotel and have some dinner. And then, providing I'm not falling asleep, because I'm going to be awake a lot of hours, from Monday onwards really, I'm going to be awake a lot of hours. So providing I don't fall asleep, I may pay a trip round to the cave bar and have a beer around there, do some videos. If not, I will stay at the Vis and obviously have a beer there, and then go round to the cave bar on Wednesday after the sunset cruise, because that concludes at 7:30, which means I can get the bus back to the hotel for 8 o'clock, which gives me an hour to have dinner, because they serve dinner between 7 and 9 at night, and it's 7 and 10 in the morning for breakfast. So that'll be obviously when I go on the Caracas cruise, I'll make sure I have breakfast, because the pickup for that is 8:15. I've looked on the ticket, so I need to be outside about 8:10 on that morning for the Caracas cruise. So, but obviously on the Wednesday, I can go over to the cave bar if I've not already gone on the Tuesday. And then obviously Thursday, I'm spending the day in Dubrovnik, and then obviously Friday to Sunday, I'll do some trips. So I'll get those booked, because I know last time the chap in that office gave me a discount on all 3 excursions. So I got a bit of money off, which was good, being a regular customer. But I will put the link in the description under this video for the Sombrero Travel, and also the Caracas as well. Which I've put on other videos, so check those out. But that's really the plan. If the itinerary changes, I'll obviously do videos and just explain what I'm doing each day. So check out the channel. So thank you for watching. Subscribe at CarlSmith25. So I've also had to rename the playlist, because this video will go into the playlist called Pre-Travel Videos for Dubrovnik Series, because I'd called it the Dubrovnik Series, but I thought, well, actually, that's going to confuse a lot of people, because all my travel videos are going to go in there on when I go, which will make the channel which will make that playlist confusing, because I'd rather have the first video in the playlist when I leave the house to the last video when I'm back at the car park at the airport when I've come home. So I'd rather do all the videos in order of when I do them, rather than put them all over the place and then I think, oh, I can't find that video. So I'd rather put them all in order. So there will be another playlist created called the Dubrovnik Series, but this is the pre-travel playlist. So this will just explain everything about Dubrovnik, what to expect regarding the pass, regarding the airport security at Birmingham, as I've already done. So I will do a separate playlist, and I will do a video to start the series prior to the one I do at home before I go. So that's coming up in the next few days. So stay tuned. So as I said, at CarlSmith25 to subscribe. So that just gives you an idea of the itinerary I've got planned. Obviously including lunch on the Elefiti Islands, which they will probably contact me tomorrow about that as well. So I'm waiting for a WhatsApp or email from them about that. But I have said I want to do it. And obviously have some wine and stuff as well. So I'm looking forward to that, as I always do. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned and good evening.